Hi, this is Lindsay, one of the co-hosts of Beauties and Headcanons. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Madeline, host of Crowned and Dangerous, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come back to check out my show, Crowned and Dangerous, where Jessica and I talk about our time in the pageant world. A new show comes out bi-weekly on Thursdays. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Crowned and Dangerous. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Everyone, it's Friday on Public House Media, and I'm here again with LaCroix, back at my desk, sitting around, ready for a live show. Last week was kind of short. The live part of the show was short anyway, because I was at Comic-Con, and I'm no longer at Comic-Con. Thank God. That was enough Comic-Con for a long time. A long time. So I'm going to take a second to share the show before we get into this Epstein craziness. So if you are watching the show live, you should also share it. Or if you're not watching it live, share it too. I mean, why not? Why not? Share these. Because sharing is caring. Sounding fab. Oh, thank God. At least something is today. Share. Come on. Come by and judge. Posting. Okay. Wonderful. Click to enlarge. Let's try this out. There it is. Okay, now my comments are going. Because it is integral for me to be able to see. Oh, Roger Neal came in. Hello, Roger Neal. Looking and sounding great. Thank you, because I don't feel great. I feel run ragged. That's how I feel in my life. Yeah, Comic-Con last week, all kinds of stuff this week. I had 2 movies premiere last night at the downtown LA Downtown Independent Theater, whatever it's called. I don't know, I forget the name of it. One of them won the audience award, which was awesome. So thank you to everybody that came out for that and voted and was super cool. It's nice to win. It's nice to win an award every once in a while. When you're a star, this is what happens. You may be right, Roger Neal. You may be right. So, what had happened was, last week I did a little short thing about how Jeff Epstein tried to get bail, but his bail was denied. So that was he applied to get bail like last week, and I think, and that show has all the details on that. All of the ridiculous things that he was trying to do to get them to post his bail so he didn't have to sit in jail where he belongs. They denied his bail on Wednesday or Thursday. I did the show about it on Friday. Turn around on Monday, and this guy goes to appeal the bail decision and says, no, I want to see your appellate judge. I want out of jail. So that was Monday. 2-3 days later, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, they find him on the floor of his cell, again, where he belongs, barely conscious and crying and supposedly injured and this, that, and the other thing. And when it came out, I was like, ooh, somebody came to pay him a visit. Did he get suicided like a lot of these people do that know too much, that know things about certain people? And then turns out he didn't. So there's 3 theories: that his cellmate roughed him up a little bit, but apparently his cellmates, I don't want to say just like him, but pretty close. He's got a body count. But according to that guy's lawyer, they get along pretty well. So I highly doubt it was his cellmate. he may have arranged it. He may have, for all we know. And then a lot of people were saying it was to try to get either a transfer out of that jail so he's not 3 cell doors down from El Chapo, who I think is really the one that we should be asking what happened here, because if he's 3 cells away, like, he heard something. Let's hear from El Chapo, folks. I want to know what El Chapo has to say, because I mean, he hasn't lied yet, as far as I know. El Chapo tells the truth. And they're also entertaining the idea that he's using this little episode, to try to get it in a more cushy place. He's trying to like use this as a way to make it so he can go back to that appellate judge and be like, see, I'm not thriving in jail. My mouth is too pretty, which, none of us care. He should have thought of that a long time ago. And he's been to jail before. He'll be okay. I mean, granted, it was only work release, so he just had to sleep in jail, but still. I'm not really trying to hear this guy whine. I'm really not trying to hear it. I don't think anybody else is trying to hear it too. So apparently he's on suicide watch, and they're keeping him under like close management. I would say that he should be in solitary confinement, but considering the situation, I think we need to have some eyes and ears around of people that have no skin in the game, to keep an eye on this nonsense, because we don't, we need to have some eyewitnesses, basically. I think so anyway. We can't just be having, we can't have him in solitary confinement, because then just any mercenary off the street could just bounce up in there and he could be found suicided, dangling from wherever with like a few bullet holes in his head. We don't know, but we need to have, this is the one time where like having hardened criminals around really pays off, because they'll be like, yeah, he did whatever. They'll fully cooperate in these investigations because they just don't care. Do not care. And they'll also be around, to hopefully slap him around a little bit, maybe take his teeth out of his head. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.